Yo, what up? It is the 4th of March, 2024. It's currently 6:39 p.m. on a Monday. And, oh, wait. Huh, my tree's growing. I wonder if it'll just sort of grow fully, but it won't have anything. So yesterday I planted a money tree before figuring out how money trees worked in this game. And it turns out that the amount of bells you'd plant determines how likely you are to get a money tree. With the amount I planted, which is 100 bells, I have a 0.1% chance of getting a money tree. Now I'm no statistician, but probably not gonna happen. Oh, there's a common butterfly up there. Emergency notice. Today we have a very special item in stock, the unknown machine. Message of the week, pride comes before a fall. Wear a padded suit. Great. Alright, hold on just a sec. I'm gonna... This is one of the problems with me not putting cuts into things. Is that when I do stupid stuff, right as I okay, I just had to take something out of my phone case that I realized I had. It's okay. Okay, back to normal. Alright, okay, so Friga, she tried to move out yesterday, but I said she'd stay. No, I said she could go, and then she's still here. What did I say? But yeah, so I planted a honey tree, and it, probably isn't gonna grow, but it's grown up at least a little bit. So that either means that it waits, like it still grows like a regular tree, but just won't have bells on it, or I got that 0.1% chance, which, I'm not gonna pretend that that's likely. Okay, Friga is definitely gonna be gone by tomorrow. I can guarantee it, but I can't, but I probably can. It's a nice time of day. I like this time. It's like sunset-y time and everyone's lights are on, but it's still bright enough outside. Now, what is the red thing today? Top dog. Top dog. Bottom dollar. Top dog. That's it, alright. Alright, let's have a look at what red has. A bongo? Oh, what's the painting? Looks like I don't have it yet. Awesome painting! Jesus, that's really, really loud. I'm sorry, I'm just so excited at the prospect of this awesome painting. I don't think I have this one yet, do I? Where is it? Am I stupid? Why can't I see it? It's literally just not here. Wait. Is there a reason for that? Hold on. Source. Crazy Red. Where's the awesome painting? Hold on a second. Wait, what? Wait a sec. Okay, hold on, let me just... How many numbers are here? Okay. 562. Wait a sec. Wild World Catalog. Jesus, this is a horrible episode so far. I have 562 here. Yeah, 562. That's bizarre. Okay, but let me see what number is the awesome painting. Awesome painting is... What? Is it even on this list? What? Is he just making something up? Awesome painting, Animal Crossing. Amazing painting? No, it's called Awesome Painting. I'm so confused right now. Why is it called Awesome Painting? Wait, let me... I think this is the... I don't understand. Wait, what is going on? Okay, this is definitely the same. Wait, is it? Yeah, this is... This looks like the Amazing painting. And apparently I have the Amazing painting already? I'm so confused. Does he rename the paintings once the real versions have been bought? I'm so confused. I've never seen that before. I kind of want to buy it just for the, like, because for curiosity's sake. I already have this drum, and I think I have this pole as well. Let's look. Shut up, Red. I don't know. I've never seen that happen before. So I'm guessing what that is. Oh yeah, Frogman. That's a weird item name, but I do have that already. What I'm guessing is that because I got the real Amazing painting from him, he still sells the Amazing painting, but because I already have the real one donated, it changes the name. That's so weird, though. I'm just gonna buy it. I just want to see what happens. I'm just curious. I wonder if the item is called Awesome Painting or if it's called Amazing Painting. Let's have a look. It's called Awesome Painting. I'm expecting Blathers to say something like the Awesome Painting doesn't exist. The cube. I am really confused by that. What kind of... Oh, sorry. So I don't get it. What kind of father is a Razzie? It's all so confusing. It's been bugging me so much I can't sleep at night. Oh, cube. Pop, that's not what paparazzi means. I guess if someone else has witnessed that event happen, though, in this game or any other Animal Crossing, then let me know, because I've never seen that happen before. Like, that made me think that my whole catalog was wrong, just by the fact that I didn't, like, couldn't find it in my list. Bizarre. That's truly bizarre. And that's weird that it doesn't show up with anything. Like, even... I guess maybe... Let me look at Wikipedia at the Amazing painting. It's Hugh. Hey, Hugh. Don't you think you could make your house a little more fancy? That's just me forcing my opinion. Okay. I don't get it. I'm so confused by this. It's not even a thing in... And it isn't called the Awesome... Because, mind you, this isn't like some European-American difference, because for one, there aren't that many of those, but also, I actually have the American copy of the game, despite not being an American myself. Not intentionally, of course, I just happened to stumble upon it when I first got this game. What's up, S-Monkey? Listen, I'm in a good mood today, so I'm gonna give you my Hot Spring shirt for free. Hang on a second, though. It's not really your color, so never mind. Okay, cool. False promises. Yeah, so I have the American copy of the game, because the DS is region-free. Some systems will lock you from playing games depending on what region you're in, but this is not such a system. Because, as far as I know, DS, like, there's no change, because for consoles, the reason why there's region locking, or at least the reason why there was, because it doesn't exist as much anymore, was because games were coded to run at specific frame rates. In the PAL regions, which would be Europe, Australia, a lot of the world that is in America uses the PAL region, or is the PAL region, I should say. Their TVs used to run at 50 hertz, meaning a 50 hertz refresh rate, which means essentially that translates to frame rate. So basically, the highest frame rate you could get on a European TV back in the day was 50 frames per second, as opposed to American TVs, and this was Japan as well, that ran 60 hertz, which was 60 frames per second. You want an old brick wall? Yeah, sure. Starting to think I'd never get rid of it. So, consoles, because of that, a lot of games obviously were made in Japan, and if not that, America, really. Those were the two biggest developers for games. So obviously, the intended versions of the games that were made in Japan were made for, for Japan. They'd be made at 60 hertz, 60 frames per second. But because of that, when you were localizing those games, you had to make them work on European slower 50 hertz TVs. And for a lot of games, there are things you could do for that. You could basically speed up all of the motion of the game to match the time. So I think it's like an 8% decrease. So if you just increased everything in the game by 8%, then theoretically then it would work. But the problem is that simulations and stuff like that don't do well with speed ups, and physics systems a lot would work differently. But mainly it was a bit of a hassle to do stuff like that back then. There wasn't just like a speed button. Hey, check it out, will you? Just look up for a sec. You know that constellation right there? It's called Hawk. Well, I kind of like it. You see, it's so misshapen and awkward that it makes it interesting. Thanks. But yes, so most of the time when making things PAL, for the PAL region, back in the day, they would just sort of not, as in, they would just, kind of put, obviously you had to change it, because if you ran something that's made for 60 frames per second on something that can only support 50, then it's going to flicker for 10 of those frames, it's going to be flickering, which is why we get that flicker effect if you try to use that sort of stuff. So instead they just sort of slow it down, so it still ran at 50 frames per second, but that meant, obviously, the games would be slower, and obviously that's unintended and not as good, and it's really frustrating. All of that to say, though, obviously handheld systems don't use TVs, they have their own inbuilt displays, which means it doesn't matter, they can run it whatever they want. And I think the Nintendo Switch is the first handheld, or the first, main system, the first main Nintendo system that is region-free, because I think even though the DS as well, there's one considered, but, the first home console that's region-free. Who now, this painting upon closer inspection is a counterfeit, in other words, a forged painting. It's interesting. Not that it's I knew that it wasn't real, obviously, but I'm so weirded out by that concept, though, of the changing the name to Awesome Painting. I almost want to check again just to see if Awesome Painting is the name they use, but the reason why I gravitated towards it in the first place was because I didn't recall seeing it, because, I literally toured my art gallery yesterday, so, let's see, oh wait, this is it! Amazing painting. That's so weird, though. I didn't know that was a mechanic that existed. I mean, I guess in Red's perspective, it makes sense. Because, you know, he's trying to get you to buy the paintings. He wants you to think it's a different painting. Care for a cup of Java to pick you up? It's 200 bells. What blend would you like? Usual. Cool. Got the specialized blend today, but it turned out a little differently. Whatever you say. Care for a little pigeon milk to put in it? Yes, please. I think you're going to be very pleased. And it goes. There we go. At the perfect temperature to bring out the flavor. 176 degrees. One fresh brewed cup. Drink up. Thank you. Sweet and mild. This can be none other than the world-renowned pigeon blend. Thanks. Yeah, so that's all... very long-winded way to talk about the fact that I have the American version of this game and how that works. So yeah, as far as I know, at least, I'm pretty sure this applies to all the DS library. The whole thing is that every single game should work on any DS, like from any region at least. But the main difference will be the localization changes. Obviously, like language stuff. Oh, great, look at Poncho's room now. He's added a tail. But he's still got all of his fish. He sort of made it, like, segmented. It's kind of interesting. It's not very good. I have tons of fully awesome pop fossils. Don't say the word awesome around me right now, Poncho. I'm not in the mood. Oh, actually, I guess I've got a bit of a little fun thing to talk about, I guess? I don't know. I started playing Harvest Moon 64 yesterday for the Switch Online thing. And it's really fun. I really enjoy it. I only bring it up specifically because it's kind of considered part inspiration for Animal Crossing. I don't really see it. Like, I mean, obviously there's similar stuff just by virtue of it being a relaxing top-down game with, you know, social interaction and stuff like that, and simulated, but, you know, this Animal Crossing's real-time, Harvest Moon's not. There's farming in Harvest Moon, there isn't in this game. And there's a lot of differences. But anyway, yeah, I'm really enjoying it, and mind you, I am someone who has also played a lot of Stardew Valley, which is a game that is definitely directly inspired by Harvest Moon, like, explicitly so. And even then, I think there are things that it does better than Stardew Valley. I think the, I might be very alone on this idea, but in Stardew Valley, I tend to get very, like, overwhelmed by the amount of stuff that you can do at any given time, which is kind of, I know it sounds kind of stupid, like, oh, you don't like having a lot of options, but I think there's definitely, like, I guess, that's the thing with Stardew Valley, is that there's always an optimal way to play, and you sort of feel pressured, at least I do, to try and follow that, but I don't want to just, you know, Google guides and stuff, so I just sort of, like, you know, use all the information I have to try and play as optimally as possible, which just, like, isn't, it's not very fun to play optimally, I don't think. By the way, another spotlight item that Nook uses the in front of. Maybe he says that with every spotlight item. I don't know. But yeah, so, and I'm not gonna say, like, oh, that's a flaw of Stardew Valley, is that there's too much to do, but I will say that I think for the idea of Stardew, which is to be, you know, a fun, relaxing little, thing that you can just sort of, like, you know, play, it's, you know, stress-free. I don't think it works with that fully, but I think Harvest Moon actually does a really good job, and like, you know, to say that that's not a flaw of Stardew is also to say that I don't necessarily think that's a great design choice in Harvest Moon, that, like, oh, there's so little to do that there's nothing to get stressed about. But I think it's sort of like, I don't know, it spices up your days more, like in or rather, it spices up what you do day by day. Like, on days that it's raining in Harvest Moon, there's not much to do. So it just gives you the opportunity to do stuff that you wouldn't be doing otherwise. I think you get a lot of, variety with the stuff you get up to because of the way the game is laid out. And it's got that kind of trademark quality of older games where there's a lot of things that aren't really explained that well or at all, really. But once you figure stuff out, yeah, it's fun. I enjoy it a lot, and it's I find it a lot more stress free because I think maybe there is definitely an element of like, oh, I don't know the game very well. Like, I've only just started playing it, obviously, so I don't know how many things you can do, like optimize and stuff like that. But I don't think there's that much like full automation like there is in Stardew Valley. That I think, to a degree, there really isn't that element of it at all. But yeah, so I think like it's a bit of a double-edged sword. Like, if you like how freeing Stardew is and how you can sort of just commit to this one specific thing, and you like statistics, and you like, a good idea of everything going on around you, then you're probably not going to like Harvest Moon. But if you like Stardew, but also then, get drawn back by how much there is going on, then I think you might find yourself enjoying Harvest Moon 64 specifically. I tried the SNES one, and I don't think it's that different. I think I just found Harvest Moon 64 easier to begin with. But I think that's the recommended one to start with, would be 64. But yeah, I don't know. I've seen, like, harsh reviews for it, and I'm like, I don't know, it doesn't feel very... it feels kind of biased against it. Like, it's trying to, bring down something for no particular reason. And I'm someone who's pretty... I guess that's another thing, is that I'm pretty forgiving for old game design stuff. Like, in Harvest Moon, it's incredibly easy to accidentally just, like, throw away something that you want. Which isn't something that people like. But I think that learning through failure is a good thing to do in general, and to have happen. So I think it's fine. Yeah, so I'd recommend Harvest Moon 64. I wouldn't, like... It's definitely a good game in my eyes. It's definitely one that your interest will vary depending on how you appreciate games like these, but I think I found myself pretty attached. Like, I was finding it hard to put it down once I started playing it. So yeah, that's Harvest Moon 64, and that's probably also the end. Oh, wait a second. Hold on. Hey, Marina. Oh, Victoria. Oh, cool. Here, take my... God damn it! Oh, you bloody... I'm composing myself. Victoria led me to a weed. It's okay. I'm fine. I'm not mad. But at the same time, Jesus Christ, Victoria, give me your goddamn picture already. How much time has she been here for? She's been here since the beginning of the year. She was here way earlier than that, mind you. I don't know what it's gonna take. I mean, I could send more letters to her. Daisy gave me her picture before she left. I don't get it. Anyway, Booker, what do you got in stock? I'm checking Booker, and that's how desperate I am to keep going, because I just want to keep talking about dumb stuff. It's not dumb to me, okay? But yeah, I guess... Takeaway is, 1, Crazy Red can change the names of paintings for some reason. And 2, maybe check out Harvest Moon 64 specifically. But you might be put off by it though, so I don't blame you necessarily. Fun fact about that game, actually, so this is a kind of a circling back. It was not initially released in Europe. I think there just wasn't enough time to localize it or something like that. There wasn't enough resources. So, Its release, I believe, on the Wii U Virtual Console was the first time it was ever re-released. It was released in Europe, and so now, because the Wii U eShop is defunct, the only way to play Harvest Moon 64 in any legal capacity outside of Japan and America is through Nintendo Switch Online, which is kind of, it's a kind of a sorry state, to be honest, considering it's not even you don't even get to own it. Oh, but anyway, enough of that sad, gloomy, doomy stuff. That's gonna be about it for today. And I will see you tomorrow on a maybe more eventful day.